Los Angeles Lakers were pathetic. They were soft.
It was a horrible effort.
Everything that could possibly have gone wrong went wrong for the Lakers.
They pretty much just kicked our ass. I mean, there's nothing else really to say. It's been a roller coaster for us all year, especially with injuries.
LeBron and Anthony Davis out. The Lakers lost again.
How much ground do they lose come playoff time?
The Phoenix Suns have beaten the defending champion.
It's been mentally draining, spiritually, emotionally draining. And given everything we had up until this moment, time to think about what the offseason has in store.
All right, Lakers fans, if you're wondering why you asked us to make you relive that, it's because that was the last time that Dennis Schroder was on the Lakers, and guess what? He's back. So the free agent guard is finalizing a one-year, $2.64 million deal to return to the Lakers. That's according to his agent, Mark Bartelstein of Priority Sports. So Lakers general manager Rob Pelinka and new coach Darvin Ham, they reached out to Russell Westbrook in recent days to tell him that they planned to sign a veteran guard to the team's 14th roster spot. That's what sources told our Adrian Wojnarowski. So, Ramona, let's back this bus up a little bit. Why is this time different for Dennis Schroder?
Well, we'll see if it is.
Or could it be? Yeah.
But, you know, he didn't come out saying that I want to start and that he's been promised starting, because he hasn't been this time. And I think that really started that whole experience off on the wrong foot last time, which Dennis Schroder was joining an NBA championship team. They went and traded for him, and the first thing out of his mouth was, I want to start, and they told me I'm going to start. And you know, he had just won Sixth Man of the Year. So in this situation, they've told him you're going to have a significant role on this team, but you're going to compete for a spot. And from what I understand now, they still see Russell Westbrook as a starter. He's a former MVP. He's given that respect. Everyone's going to compete for jobs. But Dennis Schroder is seen as Russell Westbrook as the starter there. They also see Patrick Beverly as more of a backcourt mate rather than somebody who's also in that point guard mix. If you want to now. LeBron James is a point guard, okay? So these are all just titles that we're giving people. But in terms of who's starting, I think Dennis Schroder is not coming out right out of the gate saying, I'm going to be the starter.
So it's setting a little bit of a different tone here, Wendy.
That's right.
I mean, look, the Lakers like Dennis Schroder. They traded for him.
Yep.
They tried to sign him to a huge extension, which he turned down very famously.
Yes.
Now they're getting him on a minimum contract. They're probably thrilled about the value. In and of itself, it's a good signing. He's a guy who's dynamic off the bounce, especially when he gets in mismatches. He can have big scoring games. I mean, he's won the Lakers many games before by just sort of doing what you just saw right there, getting to the basket. The problem is when you look at it in the totality of the other moves. When you look at Kendrick Nunn, when you look at Russell Westbrook, when you look at Pat Beverly.
I love this.
That may have been, that was him saying, I still got a roller. When you look at it in totality, these are all guys who are combo guards who frankly don't shoot well. And we're in and also the guy, their premium offseason signing was Lonnie Walker. He also doesn't shoot well from three-point range. So you're looking at all these guys who don't shoot the ball well in a league where shooting is not only at a premium, but for the last 15 years in this league, every team that's had LeBron James, it's shooting.
Right.
And their best shooter amongst all these guys is Kendrick Nunn, who hasn't played in a year, and we don't even know how healthy he's going to be at the start of the season. I just do not believe, and this can be used as receipts later. You can use this against me, I guess, Lakers.
Yeah.
I don't believe that the basketball people in this organization believe that this is a group that's actually going to work. I just don't believe it. I don't believe, I think they took a guy here who they think is a good value at a minimum contract, and they thought, we're going to do some major makeover here, and eventually it'll make sense. So I will just say, I will wait till it makes sense, but right now it does not.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.